Well, the first thing that came to mind for me was, people that drive Morris miners have no clout in council.
Right. Very good. You're feeling a bit witty today, aren't you? Speaking about the councillors,
Yep.
I actually am very concerned that the councillors never did meet with you.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, I made a number of approaches for that to happen. What were you going to tell them?
I just wanted to tell them the truth. I wanted to look them straight in the eye, and I wanted to tell them the truth, because you've got to meet with somebody to know who they are. You can't just take rumours and innuendos and false media reports against that person and think you know who they are.
In the recent news story where the council are 128 million, I think it is, over budget, which is of huge concern to our city. It's absolutely nightmare material, I believe.
Yeah.
When we read that story, it was like, how terrible. But we were a little bit encouraged that the mayor voted against it being landed on ratepayers. When we heard that, you had a reaction to that. Can you talk about that?
Well, when I heard about the $128 million, I was really happy inside, because I know that through the Bella Vista development, through the Facebook page, Tauranga City Council Exposed, right, and through what you've done, Susie, right, you've saved the ratepayer $128 million here, because other than this what's happened to Bella Vista and all of this publicity that's going through the Facebook page now, right, the ratepayers would have had to pay another $128 million.
I won't take personal credit for that, but anyway, thank you. I think that as a group, because you do know that there's a lot of people that...
you yourself and the group behind Tauranga City Council Exposed now, 2019. So if anybody wants to go and have a look at all the information, that's where they've got to go. And they've got to see that before that page and before you got involved and before anything else, these councillors would have just voted yay to all of this. So another $128 million to the ratepayers.
I keep going back to why they, in my own mind, and in the dark of the night, I'm always very concerned that they haven't invited even me confidentially to just sit down with them. And of course, Councillor Morris was quite aggressive in telling me that I just needed to go to the public forum, and we will do that when we're ready to do that in the next few weeks. But what I'm concerned about is, why did they not want to meet with us in the beginning, and why did they not want to see the documentation?
I don't know, Susie. Hey, it was quite simple in the beginning, wasn't it? They got Paul Heathen, who's very credible. He did a really good report, but he was limited to what he could do. Now, if they wanted to actually know what happened, don't you think they would have actually said to Paul Heath, okay, and in your terms of reference, you need to meet with Mr. Cancian, you need to meet with his witnesses and actually dig down and find out exactly what happened here?
And I think that's a concern from the community, because the community is saying, well, that's a report that's been commissioned by the council, and so there's been a lack of transparency in there. And of course, when I talked to Kelvin Clout, and I have had communications with him, he said that we could talk to that he'd point us in the direction of the Y investigation. Of course, we didn't get that, and so I approached the Y investigator, and of course was told that that they weren't going to be interviewing us. Well,
I approached Mr. Heath many times. I sent him many emails. I sent him many pictures for his records, but I don't understand why none of them have ever wanted to sit down and talk to me. We've said many times, okay, we'll sit down with all the elected members. It can just be me in a room with all the elected members, the mayor and the deputy mayor, if they want to. But I don't know what they're scared of.
It's very bizarre, because I'd be willing to, on my own, go and sit and talk to those members, and they never have. And yet, I think Catherine Stewart came to the opening of my salon, and I think, well, and she's met me a number of occasions, and I think, oh, why would you not talk to me, Catherine?
Yeah.
And Greg Brownless, who I've known for a very long time, and who, you know, we helped considerably when he opened his funeral business and council was suing him, ironically, has chosen to just not make any contact. And I find that actually very bizarre and not transparent, because you and I both know that what we've got on the table, there's a lot of issues that council need to face, and are choosing to just use the media to throw doubt on this one person and destroying the lives of a family.
Yeah.